My boy.
It was good. You know what I'm saying?
Back.
Yes,
We are
sir.
back, man. We back. We better than ever. Hey, do me a favor. Go check Instagram right quick because I think we might be live over there too. I think I figured it out. I think I got us right this time.
Did we?
I think so. I think I'm
Damn right. I'm looking at John right now.
we on there?
Yes, sir. ICO live.
Okay.
Sir.
Now we definitely on there. My joint is live. Wait, did GRG not go live?
It don't look like it.
All right.
Oh wait, it did go live. I just
It
got
did.
the
I just got it. It just took a second.
yeah.
Bet.
Okay.
Bet.
Ah,
I did something. Did I cook?
for sure. You just cooked.
I cooked.
You
For
just
sure.
cooked.
For sure.
That's type hard. I ain't even gonna lie.
For
I ain't even
sure.
gonna lie.
We live on it. We live on GRG. We live on my joint. Wait. I don't even. Hey, as long as you see it, bro, we good. That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Yeah, it say we live. So we live. My boy, what's up? We back, man. We back.
For sure. For sure. A little minute. You know what I'm saying? A little minute, but it gave us a
In a
lot to
minute.
talk about.
Life been
Nah,
life been
fact.
happening. Life been
Facts.
happening. But
Crazy world.
nonetheless, it's good to be back with you. It's good to be back
Yes,
in the
sir.
building. Look, this is how we gonna do this because yeah. So go from your personal page and watch on the GRG page, and I'm gonna watch. Or no, yeah, go to your personal page and watch any questions that might come through on the GRG page, and I'm gonna watch on mine to see if we get
Tight.
any questions. Yeah, we'll do it like that. All right, bet. My boy, we back. If anybody in the comments, you know what I'm saying, drop a drop a comment or whatever, you know what I'm saying. Let us know where you at, let us know where you watching from, all that good stuff.
You know what I'm saying? Do what you
Obviously
can for
everybody knows.
us.
Yeah. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. We appreciate it. We appreciate it. Um, how you been
That's a
living, man?
crazy first. That's a crazy first comment.
What? Who said what?
Uh, Connor G.
My boy. That was
I
crazy.
watch the kids up here. Now I'm playing, but
Yeah. CG, that was insane. Um, it's funny. He's a Commanders fan. He's a Commanders fan. So he's crazy. Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
we
Y'all ain't
hurt.
no
I
better.
don't care. We hurt. We hurt.
We is too. We hurt too.
Life. You know what I'm saying? He's talking about
I'm,
life of a. You know what I'm saying?
we walked y'all. We walked y'all 2 weeks ago.
Definitely did. You definitely
We
did. The
you
defense
feel
was
what I'm
not
saying?
locked in. The defense was not locked in.
It's good. We
But
gonna get to us though. Let's start with y'all. Y'all lost on Monday night to the Chiefs 28-7. No Jaden Daniels. The run game is
it's non-existent.
dog. Appreciate you, my dog. We was taking the week off. It's crazy. Yeah, the run game is basically non-existent. Here's the question I have. Bill had 9 carries for 25 yards. Is it crazy to say y'all might should have kept B-Rob for another year?
I don't really think so. Like, I would say this. I just they probably did plan on keeping B Rob until they saw how good Bill could be. And I think with Eckler at the time being healthy, they probably felt like Eckler can, you know what I'm saying, be the vet back and we can kind of depend on him while we try to get Bill up to speed. And then Eckler tore his ACL and that kind of ruined all the plans because now we got like Nichols and Rodriguez, they vets, but they not the vets they would I would say they wouldn't Bill per se leaning on. Be like more like Eckler. So when that happened, it kind of changed everything up. But I also think when Bill was getting the ball in the beginning of the year and he was popping, it's like, might as well let the boy go. And then the recent weeks just ain't been able to run the ball. And I really don't know why. It's a collective of things, but it irritates you when you were second in rush offense, and I was like you 32nd. So it's just a lot going on our side. And offensively, we're not healthy. That play a part. I see the comments. What's up with Terry?
Hey, I'm getting there. Hold on,
We'll
CG. Give me about 34 seconds. I'm gonna get there. Go ahead, though, Ty. You can finish.
In the run game. It's terrible, but I don't think they be. Sometimes I be feeling like you gotta continue to try, even though it's not successful. But it's hard when you start trailing. When you get down double digits, now it's like I can't really keep running it. So it's a tough situation, but they gotta be successful on the ground. Otherwise, our offense is gonna keep looking like the way it looks.
Fair enough. Obviously, CG wants to know what's up with Terry. Listen, man, I was there the whole training camp, right? I was watching it from kind of behind the scenes a little bit. And the whole situation was crazy. My question to you is though, are you as it stands right now, are you comfortable with Terry's contract still?
For sure. Did we watch him on the field for those 3 quarters? You saw why he got paid. The 2 catches, only elite receivers make those catches. Those are high level difficulty catches. He worth the money. It just doesn't work out right now because he's been hurt. And everybody's gonna, you know what I'm saying, they gonna jump on that because it's like, oh, one of the biggest talking points was he healthy. He be healthy. He don't get hurt. And now you hurt and you probably miss majority of the season. It's gonna be like, damn, maybe they weren't wrong. But I just feel like this whole season got off to a bad foot and we just need a reset. But I'm fine with Terry contract. Like, he gonna be cool. And if he don't play majority of the year, that just means he's gonna be even more healthy for next year. And I expect him to truly get back to what he's been doing.
Okay. Sticking with the Commanders Chiefs game. Hey man, Patrick Mahomes look good out there. Patrick Mahomes look good.
That's Mahomes.
But and I know a lot of people gonna say like, y'all's defense was banged up, and that's true. But he has been looking good for a few weeks now. Is he slowly starting to getting back to making his case for MVP?
Definitely. They keep winning games. It's going to be hard to deny it. He's the engine of that Kansas City team. He's the engine. They go as he go. If he struggle, they struggle. When they don't win games without Mahomes. Like, some quarterbacks get where you can struggle, play a little bad, and your team's good enough to still win. The Chiefs they don't really have that luxury. Like, they're getting back to full strength now with Rashid Rice being back, Worthy being back. But before that, even then, it's still like, in Mahomes struggle, we know they're losing. Like, you saw it. I don't say you saw it, but like, even in the games where he don't look great, he still look good, and it's still not enough for them. But as long as he continue to be Mahomes, it's gonna be hard not to, unless obviously Daniel Jones and them keep winning, Baker Mayfield and them keep winning. Then I think it get a little dicey.
Who did you say? You said Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones.
All right, yeah. We're gonna come back to that. We're gonna come back to Daniel Jones, because if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the season, you did say that was the worst 2-0 team in the league.
I did, and here I am.
Wait. Are they still? Are you gonna apologize?
I'm apologizing.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna let you marinate in that. We're gonna get back to them. Is it time for people to reconsider and walk back all of the things that they said about the Chiefs not being able to make a Super Bowl yet? Is it time for that?
For sure. The AFC wide open. And like at the end of the day, even if say the Colts finish top of the AFC or sneaky teams like the Patriots finish a high, like when we talk about if you line them up, ain't nobody picking against the Chiefs because at the end of the day, you know who played quarterback in Kansas City. Yeah. So when you have that luxury, they can make it run whenever. They just got to make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do and they healthy. I'm taking them again. I'm taking them versus anybody.
Yeah, man. I think a lot of people.
That's a fact too.
Hold on. Let me see. Rest be on the Chiefs. They do. A lot of people, man, early in the season when the Chiefs were losing. See, I kind of looked at the Chiefs this year the way that we try to look at the way that we try to look at Baltimore every year. You know, every year Baltimore go out and lose like they first 4 games of the season and everybody's always up in flames and they're like, oh, Baltimore's losing. They're not going to be good this year. And then all of a sudden Lamar turns into Lamar and they're okay. I kind of looked at the Chiefs the same way. And a lot of people thought that this was just going to be, you know, oh, it's finally Tom. Kelsey's gone. Or Kelsey that fell off. Pat's falling off. All of these things. And I think this was a narrative that went back to the Super Bowl. Like they were the narrative around the Super Bowl was kind of weird in the sense that like it kind of felt like people were saying like this is their last chance. Like if they don't win now, you know what I'm saying? And obviously we knew like, okay, they needed to three-peat, but it kind of felt in a weird way like people were saying like if they don't win now, they're done. They're cooked. I don't think that was the case at all. Patrick Mahomes is still Patrick Mahomes. And I don't want to say he can find another Travis Kelce, but he can find another Travis Kelce for himself. Like he can find another security blanket. And you're seeing with Rashee Rice, with Xavier Worthy back, them having their pieces back, and they're looking back to form. They're back to form. So I think it's a time for a lot of people to walk back their insane takes that this team was done. They were cooked. Pat and Kelce couldn't go nowhere no more. It was over. And with the way Baltimore looks right now, with the way that the AFC looks, like Todd said, the AFC is wide open. With the way all of those things are happening, I just don't see a reason that they can't get back to a Super Bowl. I don't see why. And if they make it to the playoffs, I'm not betting against them. I'm not betting against Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the playoffs. I'm definitely not doing that. So I think it's definitely time for a lot of people to start walking back those takes as far as, oh, yeah, they can't get back there. They're done. They're cooked. They're over with. They're washed, whatever. All that was BS, man. All that was BS. Back.
They be hating. They be hating. When you know how I get. The Patriots seen it. When you play at a certain level for so long and other teams can't achieve that level, people get jealous. They get mad. And I feel like Kansas City is now a victim of that. Like when Mahomes and them first was on a rise, I think people were in awe. But now since they're so consistently good, people are like, all right, bro, I'm tired of you. I'm trying to watch you on the Super Bowl. I'm tired of watching you on the AFC Championship. I'm tired of watching y'all beat Josh Allen. I'm tired of watching y'all beat Lamar Jackson. Now it's like, you know what I'm saying? Now it's like, fatigue. Always fatigue. Fatigue in one way or another kicks in. And they've been a victim of that. But I do think once the dust settles, everybody's going to realize how special of a run that those group of guys had.
Yeah. I think it's going to be interesting. But they'll definitely be back. Let's switch gears for a second. Let's go to my Cowboys, man. My Cowboys. It's not the Chiefs in the AFC. Who do y'all got going on the ship this year? No, I got the Chiefs, bro. I don't see the way that Baltimore is playing right now. You'll have to show me that somebody in the AFC can beat the Chiefs before I start talking against the Chiefs. I think that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, you don't just see runs of dominance like this every day in the league, right? So until somebody knock them off, and I'm talking about you're going to have to convincingly do it. Like, you convincingly knock them off, all right, cool. And I'm talking about in the playoffs. I'm not talking about no regular season. Hell, we seen Jacksonville beat the Chiefs a couple weeks ago. I don't think you would say that if you saw Jacksonville and the Chiefs in the playoffs, I don't think nobody would put good money on Jacksonville to beat them again, would you? Like after 17 weeks of a regular season, and you let Patrick Mahomes get right and get, you know what I'm saying, get ready. I'm not taking nobody against them in the playoffs, and until somebody proves to me that it's possible. Lamar still haven't done it. Josh Allen still haven't done it. And as good as good, I was about to get there. As good as Daniel Jones and the Colts have looked, bro, you again are going to have to convince me in the playoffs, not in the regular season. You will have to convince me in the playoffs that you are good enough to beat Patrick Mahomes. When the lights get bright, and you got to go to Arrowhead, are you good enough to win? Are you good enough to win? And I would submit that even at Lucas Oil Stadium, even in Lucas Oil in Indianapolis, I'm still taking the Chiefs. I'm still taking them. Danny Dimes is gonna have to show me. You remember when your mama used to tell you, I can show you better than I can tell you. I don't need you to tell me. Danny Dimes gonna have to show me that he can beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. You know how hard that is to do? There's a lot of other teams I'll put money on before I put money on the Colts.
Bills. They play this week too, which is ironically. And I'm only mentioning the Bills could get there because if they don't do it this year, when are you going to do it?
Yeah.
So I just think like we continuously watch the Bills compete with the Chiefs. And it's always that one play here, that one play there that keeps them from getting over the hump. They play this week. I'm interested to see how that outcomes look like. I'm not necessarily picking the Bills right now, but I do think they have the best chance currently per se. The Colts, they're set up for success, but I think when it comes down to them in Kansas City, they're gonna ask Daniel Jones to beat them, and I just don't know on that stage. Daniel Jones has what it takes to do what needs to be done. With the Giants that year, they were good. They got there, and they lost in the first round.
It was Minnesota, right? It was Minnesota, right?
Or they beat Minnesota, and then they lost after that. But
that's right.
Regardless, my fault, Daniel Jones. Let me put some respect on your name. You did get one playoff win. So my fault on that. But this is, and that's my fault. But this is true. And that's why I think they have a chance if they can effectively run the football and you get Jonathan Taylor going and he get 20, 25 carries, he get $150. That's asking for a lot. But and in that scenario, I feel like the Colts could come out on top. But right now, if the Bills beat the Chiefs this coming up week, I'm gonna say the Bills. And then Colts probably too. But it's gonna be interesting now.
I don't like that.
What
is it? Because what is it showing you? Like, this is what I'm saying. And this is all I'm saying. This is the only reason I disagree with anybody saying that anybody can beat the Chiefs right now. What the Chiefs? We've seen the Chiefs lose in the regular season. Granted, it's only like 2 or 3 games per regular season, but we've seen them lose in the regular season. When they lose to the Raiders on Thanksgiving Day, are you ready to say like, oh, the Raiders can go out there and get it done in the playoffs? No, you're not saying that. But what I'm saying is though, and I understand what you're saying, but what I'm saying is, do you believe that tomorrow, or that not tomorrow, but on Sunday, if the Bills go out and beat the Chiefs on Sunday, that means that they will go out? It's hard. You know how hard it is to beat a good team twice?
No,
go out there and beat them again in the playoffs after you beat them on Sunday? No, bro. No. You don't have to show it to me.
Number one right now. No, let me rephrase that. The Chiefs are definitely the pick right now. There's no team in the AFC that has separated them. No team in the AFC has separated themselves enough for me not to pick the Chiefs. But the Colts do look good at the moment, and the Bills are the Bills. They give the Chiefs a run for their money every single time. They just need that one play. I'm not picking either one of them right now, but in a scenario that those teams play, I feel like it's possible for them teams to win. But like we say, right now today, I'm picking the Chiefs to come out the AFC.
Yeah. Listen, and even as nice as JT is, here's the problem. The AFC is dry week this year. Here's the problem. Even as nice as JT is, the problem becomes when you're counting on your running game like that in the playoffs. If you go out the first 2 series of the game and you don't score and you're playing against Patrick Mahomes, you're up shit's creek. You're up the creek, right? Because if you go out and you don't score on those first 2 drives, but Patrick Mahomes go out and score on 2 drives, now you relying on Danny Dimes. Now you know what I'm saying? Now you got to like, all right, I can't even get a ball to JT no more. Now I'm down 2 scores early. We need one. And you looking at Danny Dimes like, hold on, didn't I say I was changing his name? He's not Danny Dimes. He's Indiana Jones now. Now you looking at Indiana Jones and you like, hey, can you lead us? Can you lead us? I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure. I think that's where things get tricky when you're leaning on your run game in the playoffs, because especially when you're playing against an opponent like Patrick Mahomes. Now, if you're playing against somebody else that's not potentially as potent in their offensive scheme, then you can kind of play with it a little bit. Right? But if you go out there and you're playing against Patrick Mahomes and you don't score for the first 3 drives, and he does put up 14 points, you can't just keep handing it to JT like, yeah, JT, go out here and figure it out. Like, the game gonna be over. You know what I'm saying? The game gonna be over before you know it. I think that's where things get scary when you're leaning that heavily on your run game in the playoffs. And as good as Daniel Jones has played this season, he's got to show me that he's going to play that well in the playoffs too. Eagles, Green Bay, Detroit, Tampa Bay, Seattle, all better than KC this year. I tell you, bro. Let's bring the list back up. None of those guys. Here's the problem.
I might give you one.
I was about to say I might give you one. I don't know. I don't trust.
They beat Detroit, so like that's already X'd out.
That's what I'm saying. The only quarterback that, and I hate to say this, is gonna hurt my heart. It's gonna hurt my heart to say this, but the only quarterback on that list that I trust to go out and actually beat Kansas City when the lights get brightest,
Jalen Hurts.
You mean to tell me, and CG, I'm talking about like on paper, if you look at the teams, right? If you look at the teams and we talking about it, all right, cool. We sitting at the lunch table at Christchurch and we talking about it. All right, cool. On paper, all of those teams might be better than the Chiefs. But if you mean to tell me that you would take Sam Darnold to go out there and beat Patrick Mahomes right now, you're crazy. You're crazy. The comeback kid himself, I think Baker Mayfield is great. I love the Monty he plays with. I love the aura. They not healthy enough. They not healthy enough. And I love the aura that Baker play with. But do you trust him to go out there and beat Patrick Mahomes? Jared Goff, do you trust him to go and beat Patrick Mahomes? Jordan Love, you know what I'm saying? Jordan Love, do you trust him to go and beat Patrick? Like, those teams on paper are better. They may have better players.
Green Bay, I could only, obviously, like we say, the Eagles is probably the only one up there I could really give you. I will also, Green Bay's an iffy to me because it's more about their defense and which one shows up to play.
Which one?
The one that played.
Which one, CJ? You trust which roster?
The Eagles? No, I was, but
that's the only reason I didn't mention the Eagles, because that's the only one I could say definitively. Oh, you trust Green Bay defense? Yeah.
But I'm saying I don't know which defense is gonna show up. That's the only reason I can't definitively be like, yeah, they would be in my mind, because I feel like they would play up to the challenge and they would play their best football against Mahomes. But are they gonna play how they did against Detroit and how they did against us at the beginning of the year? Or are they gonna come out there and play how they did against the Cowboys? Because they go out there and play like they did against the Cowboys, Kansas City gonna light their ass up. That's just being real. just like Dallas did. So like I just don't know which one is gonna be there, and it's hard for me to be like, you know what I'm saying, that they'll win. But Tampa, they just not healthy enough for me. If they had Mike Evans, you know what I'm saying, if they honestly, if Mike was on the field and they had Chris Godwin get back, I'd be like, hey, Mike could get it. But like the only one right now is the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, because we know Jalen Hurts is gonna show up. He's done it twice, 3 times actually, because they beat him this year. And that defense is still good enough to make plays. And if Jalen Carter on the field, then hey, he can cause havoc on that D line. But when playoffs come around, it's gonna be interesting to see where everybody at.
You're definitely right. It is. You definitely is. The problem is that defense is the worst in the league. But let's start with the offense. Hold on, my boy in the chat. I just want to know both of y'all teams.
You a Steelers fan, bro. Relax. I just lost to the Bengals.
Man, like y'all terrible, bro.
I could. Is Steelers fan. I know I'm not tripping.
Yeah, no, he is Steelers fan. He was in the comment section wilding like 2 weeks ago. I thought he was an Eagles fan. Is Dak can Dak still be in the MVP conversation?
After this week, he need to like get back to his shit, but for sure, it ain't over yet. They still got 10 weeks or whatever it is. That's hard. I really don't know how.
Right, because the division is terrible. I don't know why he's listen, and he did this, and when he did it a couple weeks ago, I was letting him have it because it made sense. But y'all are worst in the division, in possibly the worst division in football right now. Like it's not like the Steelers division is the Steelers division that we've seen like in previous years, bro.
The Browns is terrible. First,
the Browns is terrible.
Yeah, we gotta talk about them boys too. Hey, look, they got some Stefanski. Yeah,
Kevin.
Maybe go 7 for another episode, but they're terrible. The Ravens ain't got Lamar. They've been terrible. Who else in that division?
The Bengals is terrible. They got you terrible when you traded for a 42-year-old quarterback. When you trade for a 42-year-old quarterback from your division rival, that's how you know you terrible, gang. So it's like, yeah, y'all first in the division, bro. But y'all not first in a good division. Like any other division in the league, and y'all might be.
You remember 3 or 4. 2020 where we won a division at 7-9?
Yes, that's exactly what this
is right now.
That's exactly what this is, bro. That's exactly what this is. Listen, Dak is nice, bro. Dak is nice. Who's 3 and 5?
Bro,
who's 3 and 5? Oh, are y'all 3 and 5? Y'all are 3 and 5.
Right. But
yeah, y'all are 3 and 5.
Put JD on the field and line us up with anybody. I don't care. We compete with anybody. Put JD on the field and we I told my brother this the other day, and he a Patriots fan. Put JD on the field. We beating the Patriots on Sunday. We beating the Steelers on Sunday. I don't care. Y'all might be 5-3 or whatever y'all is. That don't mean y'all better than us. I had to tell him that too. Y'all might be 6-2. That don't mean y'all better than us. I don't care. Maybe it's a little delusional. I don't care. That is a fact too.
What? Gang, we gotta get serious at some point. We gotta get serious at some point. This is almost as bad when y'all was trying to tell everybody that JD was top 5 last year. Y'all say he was like a top 5 quarterback.
I didn't say that, but he definitely top 10.
He looking off receivers and y'all. Bro, can I finish my Cowboy segment, bro? Can y'all be cool for like 5 minutes, bro? Be cool. Ty, can Dak still wait. You already answered that. Listen, bro, Dak is still in the MVP conversation. Let's be very serious about something. For what the MVP award is supposed to be, the most valuable player to a team, also the top of that position. Dak is clearly the most valuable player to his team. And here's the thing about it. If Sunday showed you anything, bro, it showed you that if Dak isn't having a good day or if Dak isn't on the field, the Cowboys are terrible. If Dak Prescott can't afford to have a bad day. So if he gets back to the form that he was at before Sunday, before we played the Broncos, he's clearly still in the MVP conversation. Now, he's still in the conversation. For him to become a front runner, we got to start winning some more games. And the biggest problem that the Cowboys are going to run into is our defense is terrible, but our schedule, oh my goodness. The schedule is bad, bro. Once we come back from Vegas, Philly, Kansas City, Detroit, Minnesota, Los Angeles, Chargers, the Commanders again in New York. Listen, I don't want no parts of that schedule. And our defense don't want no parts of that schedule right now, bro. Our defense wants no parts of that schedule. Frankly, where our defense is right now, playing y'all again gonna be scary, bro. Even playing y'all again gonna be scary. It's gonna be nasty, but yeah, that's all I had for that. We're going to get to where was I supposed to go next? I was supposed to go somewhere else next.
See, I got a video coming about this sophomore slump bullshit too. Don't worry about it. It's dropping tomorrow. Stay tuned. Y'all got my boy. My boy messed up.
Here we go. This is what I was supposed to get to. He won top 5 last year. Bruh, this is what I hate, CG. Because I did a video on this and it went berserk. It went crazy viral. Jaden Daniels played like a very, very good quarterback last year. We saw him have the best rookie season a quarterback has ever had. We saw him do that. But you know who did it before him? Everybody knows. CJ Stroud did it before him. And as good as Jaden Daniels played, bro, and as good as we've seen a lot of people play in their rookie year, now granted, yes, Jaden Daniels played the best we've ever seen a rookie play. Calling him a top 5 quarterback in the National Football League was insane. You can't do that to a rookie, bro. And when I said he was overrated, I wasn't saying he was overrated based on talent. I was saying you can't do that to a rookie. You give them nowhere to go. If he's top 5, top 3, best in the NFC East in his rookie year, you don't give him anywhere to go. You don't give him any room to grow. He's just after that, if you call him top 5, the only thing that you can do after that is say things like this. Love JD, but bruh been tripping. No, JD haven't been tripping. JD just been hurt. So this is what I'm talking about. Last year, y'all wanted to call him a top 5 quarterback in the NFL. Y'all already had crowned him top 5 because he had the best rookie season we'd ever seen. But this is what happens when you do that. This is what happens. And it's not even about you, bro. It's simply the fact that you don't give your quarterback anywhere to go if you crown him top 5 as a rookie. If you just said he had a really good season, we'll see what happens next year, then we could have came out after this season and had a conversation about where he can go from here. But right now, people are going to kill him because he doesn't look historically great. If you crown him top 5 after his rookie year and he looked historically great, you don't have a choice but to look historically great again. That's all I was saying. It's not about he won't top 5 last year. Sure. Did he play like a top 5 quarterback? Sure. But as a rookie, you can't call somebody as a rookie top 5. That's just crazy. But he is labeled a loser.
The only thing I'm gonna add to that JD stuff is I don't like when they do stuff like that with a rookie because I just don't think they played enough games to be like top 5 this, top 5 that. Like I feel like you gotta put games under your resume, and then we could talk about how where you rank up on a quarterback list. My boy had a great season last year. I mean, I was around for that 2012 RG3 year, and I remember how ecstatic I was that year. What JD did last year was levels beyond that. He took us to an NFC Championship game. And his first year, like doing stuff like that, he looked amazing. But then it was just like this year, Everybody's saying he regressed because the pedestal we put him on last year because he was so amazing, which I understand. But it's just like, again, he a rookie. He got 200 more games to play in his career. Like, let's just slow it down a bit.
You gotta pump the brakes, bro.
He's gonna be top 5 eventually. To be honest, if he come back healthy and he kill like I feel like he's supposed to, we can start having that conversation relatively soon. Because, like you mentioned about Dak, JD is equally important to this Commanders team. He is the Commanders. You see the difference when he's at the helm and when he's not. So it's a lot. But like I say, I just be like trying to chill a little bit. Listen, though. No, that Hail Mary was crazy.
Yeah.
It's
not about him not being
crazy for sure. JD's still a dog, and we can talk about that later down the road. But right now, we just need to chill. That's why everybody think he have a sophomore slump. He not.
But that's the problem when you crown him as something, and then you don't give him nowhere to go. The only way, if you crown a rookie top 5, and this is any position, bro, this is any position, but it's harder to do it with quarterbacks because when you crown a rookie quarterback top 5. The likelihood that they go out and repeat exactly what they did, you know what I'm saying? The likelihood that they go out and repeat exactly what they did their rookie year is not very likely, bro. You can't go out and replicate that in your second year too. No, and I get what you're saying. Yes, he played like a top 5 quarterback, but what the problem is when you crown him a top 5 quarterback in his rookie year, where does he go from there? If he goes out and just has a good season, is the point. If he goes out and has just a good season, then what? He can't be top 5 no more just off a good season. You got to go out and be historically great again. All right, bet. Let's move off of that. Who else played and had a crazy weekend? New York Jets. That's what I wanted to get to. The Jets finally got their first win of the season, my boy. Everybody was hating on Justin Fields. He went out there and won. Listen, I need to know, how much longer does Justin Fields get to be the starting quarterback of an NFL? Yes, we will get there. How much longer does Justin Fields get to be the starting quarterback of an NFL team? If it doesn't work out this season, how much longer?
Not gonna be that long. I really think the Steelers ruined his best chance to put something good out there. And I wouldn't just, the Jets team wasn't good coming into this year. Like, whatever, everybody has hope is right. They want to be a good football team, but like sometimes other teams are just better. And like that was the case with the New York Jets. But battling a lot. Like, I don't like the offensive coordinator. I do not like the offensive coordinator at all. They have 2 real weapons. Mason Taylor's coming along for him, but Breece Hall and Garrett Wilson. And if you can't run the ball, Breece turned into a receiver. So, I mean, I guess it's cool. But Garrett's the dog. He's been hurt. Outside of that, the offense has nothing. And the offensive line was never good to begin with. It's a terrible situation to be in. But it doesn't help when you start 0-7. And you don't look all that great in some of those games that you lose. So, I mean, you can't, he got to help himself, right? You got to have, even if you lose, you got to have good games. And then he hasn't been doing that. Like, they were losing and you look terrible. When he finished that game with 43 passing yards, that's the moment where I say, yeah, bro, your time's up. You just can't do that, bro. And I, for one, did not get to watch the game. So I can't be like, oh, well, I under why. 43 passing yards is criminal. 43 passing yards is criminal. So, like, there's no, in this league, you're going to have to be able to push the football down the field. And if he can't do that, there's no place in the league for him. That's just what it is.
Yeah, I hate to say it. I just don't think he has much longer, bro. He got the owner out there talking about him. The owner of the team don't want him. You already know that. teammates talking about him. I think it's just bad. And if you and I think he keeps getting dealt bad hands too, but
For real.
he keep getting dealt bad hands, but at some point to get back to the top, you gotta make something shake. Like all, and it's crazy that all of these. Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. It's crazy that all of these other quarterbacks are getting chances that you wished Justin Fields had gotten, but I don't know that Justin Fields has looked good enough for anybody to want to give him a chance. It's gonna take for him to become somebody's backup quarterback and be there for a couple years as somebody's backup quarterback, you know what I'm saying, and just end up in a good situation. Like after this, he's probably going to be the backup quarterback of a good team. And then maybe somebody.
Baltimore Ravens wouldn't be a bad place to start.
That's a great place to start. But Tyler Huntley, he just won't go. He just won't leave. Tyler Huntley just won't.
I don't
leave,
even
bro.
understand why they tried to play Cooper Rush. He does not fit their system. That
He's
was
not
a
that guy.
lost cause before they even stepped on the field.
He's not that guy for them. I don't know why teams oftentimes go and get quarterbacks that don't match the scheme to be their backup quarterback. Like he was a great backup quarterback in Dallas because he's a pocket passer. Dak Prescott is a pocket passer. He's not a great backup quarterback in Baltimore. That's not it.
Not at all, bro.
New position for Fields is insane, dog. What you gonna do? Make him a slot receiver, a running back?
Might put him at running back.
Yeah, but you know when you do that,
it ain't the same, bro.
It ain't the same. When you turn him into a running back or a slot receiver, it's just never going to be the same. His confidence will forever be shot. And half of being a professional athlete, as most professional athletes will tell you, is his confidence. Half of that is confidence. His confidence will never be the same if you tell him, hey, your best bet to stay in the league right now is
everybody can't Terrell Pryor. I don't know how many people remember him. Quarterback turned receiver, and he had 1,000-yard year as a receiver. But everybody can't do that. Like Terrell had the physical gifts to be able to turn himself into a receiver. I don't think Fields.
Also an Ohio State guy.
For sure. I don't think Fields has that. He's an athlete, but I don't think he's that kind of athlete. Like, he's best where he is. I don't think you can change him anywhere else and make him something else. Like, at this point, I feel like he is what he is. And if I say for the Ravens, that could be a great spot for him. I would even consider the Eagles, being that they have the weapons around him to help him play better. It's like outside of those two places, I generally don't know where he could end up. But I think if he could find a spot after this year with one of those two franchises, he's really set. And when he gets the chance, I think he could do something with it. But we'll see.
Let's get here. I don't even want to talk about this right now because my guys on another pod that I'm on irked me so bad last night. Somebody told me last night that Drake May is doing more of a carry job than Dak Prescott. And personally, I don't believe anybody is doing more.
The Patriots defense is ranked higher than the Cowboys defense. That's all you need to know. That's literally all you need to know.
They said it's because they don't have a good running game or the weapons that Dak Prescott has. And here's my problem with that. And I can understand
team than personnel sometimes. And Josh McDaniels is one hell of an offensive coordinator. Do they forget? Do they forget who was calling those championship games, championship teams with Brady? Like, who was the OC on those teams? Do they forget? How easily do we forget? They have one of the best OCs in all of football on whatever level you want to talk about. That matters, bro. That literally matters. You have Stephon Diggs. Their receiving core is not as bad as advertised, as people want them to believe. They're not that bad. Stevenson's a good back. He just fumbles. You got the young boy now. He's going to be a good back. Like, they have Hunter Henry. Like, they have weapons on that team. Let's not get it twisted. And they have this scheme and they have the OC. I just don't. Sometimes you got to give respect where it's due. And the Patriots have earned that this year. Like, let's not be like, oh, carry job. Vrabel got them boys competing. Like, that's just what it is. Just like Quinn had us competing last year. Vrabel has done the same thing. And he's done it on a very good scale to begin. Like, 6-2. Who would have thought the Patriots would be 8 weeks into the year? We would be like 6-2. But go ahead, bro. My fault.
Nah, you good. That was that. Listen, Drake May has played very, very good this year. Another guy that people are gonna try to crown top 5 very early. And Drake May is playing out of his mind. He's playing very good, but pushing top 5 is crazy. A better carry job than Dak Prescott is insane. They also have not played anybody yet this year.
Also true.
Fourth
place schedule.
Yeah, fourth place schedule. Like they haven't played nobody worth mentioning. They beat the Raiders, they beaten the Dolphins, they lost to the Steelers, they beat the Panthers. We did lose to the Panthers. They did beat the Bills, the Saints, the Titans, and the Browns. That Bills game was insane. Loved it. Loved watching it. Drake May is not. I don't believe yet that he's better than a lot of the quarterbacks that people are going to try to put him over this year. And in most years, in some years, I would allow you to say whatever you wanted to say about Drake May and compare him to Dak Prescott or whatever you want to do. Not this year, bro. Not this year. There's not a lot of quarterbacks in the league right now that I'm taking over Dak Prescott this year. It's just not. Yeah, no, but that's not to discredit Drake May. Drake May is playing very well. He's been playing a very good brand of football this year. But yeah, that's about all I got for him. Let's move to college football. We're 47 minutes in. A couple people in the chat, let us know where you're from. Let us know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything you want to talk about, let us know. Let's move to college football. My boy, what's up with your team, man? What y'all got? What y'all got going on?
You know what we got going on? His name is Carson Beck. They won this past weekend, so like obviously I'm a relax. But if we got up here directly after that Louisville loss, yeah, we would have had. Boy, he can't do that though. I can't even talk about that. I'm still stuck on the Louisville game. You had a walk to an undefeated season. You still probably make the playoffs if you don't lose again. But now you got to make sure you don't lose again. You had a clean walk to the college football playoffs. A clean walk. And truthfully, even how bad you played, all you had to do was not turn the ball over one more time. You probably would have won a game. All you had to do is not turn the ball over one more time. And what did you do? You threw an interception. And what did you do directly after the game over? You went in that press conference and said, the running back ran the wrong route. Whether that's true or not, that tells me everything I need to know about Carson Beck. You threw 4 interceptions, but who's the blame for the first one, or the second one, or the third one? When you throw 3 picks, you're liable to get benched. Not even liable. And in most cases, you probably will get benched. Gave you the benefit of the doubt. Let you go back out there. We was in field goal range. To make matters worse, you were down 3. All you had to do is not turn the ball over. It's not a guarantee the kicker makes the kick. But at the end of the day, you can say, we lost because the kicker missed. That's not why we lost. Carson Beck, you went out there and turned the ball over not once, not twice, not 3 times, but 4 different times. And we're going to get out there and blame the running back for running the wrong route. Did they blame you for throwing 4 picks? That's the kind of man I have leading my favorite college football team right now, is we're throwing my teammates under the bus. And I understand it. Quarterbacks catch a lot of heat. They catch a lot of heat. But that's why you play quarterback. And if you don't want the heat, you know what the saying go, get the hell out the kitchen. You got the rest of the year to make up for it. I'm gonna let you slide right now. You lucky I won up here last week. I'm gonna let you slide because I won last week. Don't lose again because it ain't getting prettier. It's gonna get worse next time. But outside of that, they've been pretty good this year. Outside of that 1 week, so in terms of it, I could be happy, I guess.
Do y'all lose another game this season?
Shit, I don't even know now. I can't call it. I didn't think they was gonna lose at all, and then they did. Like they might lose next week for all I know. They play SMU too. That is a liable game for them to lose. So I have no idea. I hope they don't. They should.
See 2 games that y'all can possibly lose. Y'all can lose to SMU next week. Well, not next week. This weekend, and y'all can lose to Virginia Tech in a couple weeks. I wouldn't be surprised at either one of those. Now, hold on. Let me see. Yeah. Y'all got to go up to Blacksburg. Going up to Blacksburg at the end of the year, this year, is not something I believe anybody wants to do. They're liable to play spoiler come the end of the season. Other than that, I think y'all will be all right. And if y'all make it through there, y'all probably jump up a couple nother spots. And I'm not going to lie, y'all probably need to jump up a couple nother spots because sitting at 10 is not pretty for y'all right now.
They want to buy for sure. Anybody would want to buy. You don't want to.
Anybody would want to buy, but sitting at 10 right now, you would have to play
the best teams for sure.
Yeah, you would have to play the best teams, but I think the first 4 get a bye, right? So y'all would have to play not Georgia. Y'all would have to play Ole Miss. I think y'all had to play Ole Miss, and Ole Miss would be at home. Y'all would have to go to Ole Miss. I don't know about that. I don't like that for y'all. Y'all definitely need to slide up a couple more spots. Ohio State going back to back.
I got a chance, boy. I got the talent to do it. Even with the see a freshman?
Who?
Quarterback.
No.
Junior. Yeah. His first year starting. That's all I know.
Yeah.
That's probably why I think you're a freshman. But he's been playing good football. You got the receivers. You got 2 future, probably first-round receivers on your team right now. Probably more than that. But we all know Carnell Tate and Jeremiah Smith. The defense, you got Matt Patricia calling them plays. Got them boys looking stout.
Flying.
Stout. Hey, it's going to be a hard beat, man. Whoever run out with Ohio State is going to always be a hard beat. So, Ryan Day, he got the first one. He said, hey, I understand it now. So, it's going to be tough. Y'all can do it.
Yeah, I'm not too worried about us. Only thing that worries me is we got to play Michigan at the end of the year, and we got to go to Michigan. I
think I'll get them this year.
I hope, but we said that last year too. So I don't know, bro. I don't know. I hope we get them though.
But I did lose to Davis Warren and whoever.
Yeah. At home. We got to go and play them at Michigan this year. Bryce Underwood subject to give us work. I don't know. Let's move off for college football. I don't got much there. But my boy, NBA done started back.
The hoops is back.
NBA is here. The NBA is here. Let's give it up for NBA season being back. Give it up for Terry Rozier, Chauncey Billups. The boys out there betting.
Dog. They wildin'. They's wildin', boy.
They tripping out there. But your team is here. Obviously, no Jay Tate. How you feeling?
It's going to be a long year. Like, even, I say this, obviously, They're gonna struggle in the beginning. It's essentially a brand new team with different roles now. Like Pritchard starting, Whites, you're more, you know what I'm saying? You're more of a scoring option than you probably usually been in the past. You were scoring, but it's like, you know what I'm saying? When you had Tatum and all that, they draw a lot of attention. That attention's not there no more. Now we worried about you. JB, you still JB, but just like I said, no Tatum, more attention. So you can get a lot of more coverages, different coverages, and we need you to improve as a facilitator. That's my biggest goal for him this year. Is I want him to improve as a facilitator. But we got Simmons off the bench. We know he ain't really locking up, but he gonna score that basketball.
He is going
No
to
bigs,
too.
no bigs issue. So like right now,
Y'all winning tonight though.
I was watching a little bit. They was knocking them threes down, but it's gonna be a tough year. They could sneak into the playoffs if they because they play team. I ain't gonna say they wasn't playing team basketball. It's easier for them now to move the ball a lot, which can benefit them as the season go on. And they could sneak into the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised about it. My only thing is everybody talks about tanking. At what point do you start to consider Carlos Boozer, AJ, Peterson? What point do you start to consider some of those top-notch talent that's going to be in that draft? And once you do, does JV all of a sudden got an ankle injury? Does Derek White messing with a hamstring?
I was about to say, go rest that hamstring, JB. Go rest that.
You know, it's gonna be interesting, but I'm excited to watch them in general because, like, it's gonna be a different year, and I know they can compete. So it's not one of those years we watch is like we know we're gonna be good. We should be in the finals. This year, it's like no real expectations, just hoop.
Fair enough.
Let's switch because just like we're rivals, quote unquote, Celtics Commanders, Celtics Lakers. So how do you feel about your Lakers this year? LeBron's obviously out right now, but you got Luka. Reeves just went for a 50 ball the other night. How are we feeling about the Lakers right now, and what do you think your ceiling is?
Ceiling? I think we'll be a play-in team.
Play-in?
Yeah. I don't know if we'll be a playoff team. But here's what I'll say. It all rides on DeAndre Ayton, bro. It all rides on DeAndre Ayton. You know Luka is going to be who Luka is going to be. You know Austin Reeves is going to be AR. You know what I'm saying? You know Bron is going to be as much of Bron as he has left. But who is DeAndre Ayton going to be? Is he going to be first 5 years of his career DeAndre Ayton? Or is he going to be Portland DeAndre Ayton? The guy that, you know, was kind of doing everything, was kind of all around for Portland, doing everything that they needed. And up to this point, he's kind of been
underwhelming,
bro. Went out there, played lazy first game of the season. I think he had like 4 rebounds in his first game of the season. Like, you didn't even come out with the fire that we all kind of expected him to come out with. He had 6 rebounds first game of the season against it. And the problem was you was playing Golden State, right? Like, they don't really have a big. So you 7 feet tall.
How many rebounds Horford have in that game? Curious if you can.
Let me get to it. Let me see. Box. Let's go to the box. Horford had 5.
Okay.
Jimmy had 3. Draymond had 6. DeAndre had 6. Luka had 12. Like, I just
makes sense though.
it makes sense, but it's just one of them things where I'm just like, bro, like, are you going
He's
to be a
big
big
though.
man? Yeah, like, are you going to be a big man or are you not going to be a big man for us? And part of it is, my biggest problem with the DeAndre Ayton pickup is I kind of had the same feeling about him that I had about the Hawks going and picking up Kristaps Porzingis. It's not that they're bad centers, they just don't fit the scheme in the way that our point guards want to play. So if you're Atlanta and you going to pick up Kristaps Porzingis to run the pick and roll with Trae Young, that's not, you know what I'm saying? Like that's not the roll to the rack, throw a lob big that Trae Young is accustomed to having. DeAndre Ayton is not the roll to the rack big that Luka is used to having. They had what's buddy name from Duke that he had when he was in Dallas? Derek
Derek
Lively.
Lively.
Yeah, Derek Lively. You had Derek Lively. You had the other guy. You know what I'm saying? He wear a nasty number. He wear like 21 or something as a center. I can't think of his name. Why can I not think of his name? Derek Lively and
Gafford. I knew you talking about.
yes, Gafford. Yes, those are not. Thank you, D. Thank you, D Fox, my boy. Yeah, those are the types of bigs that. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Those are the types of bigs that Luka is used to playing with, and so you bring in DeAndre Ayton, and it's kind of like, you kind of expecting that if he's not going to be the roll to the rack big, that he's gonna go out there and shoot the lights out. That's kind of what you need him to do to compensate for the fact that he's not, exactly who Luka needs him to be. And right now he's playing decent, but he's playing like decent at best. He's playing decent at best. Obviously he had his best night the other night with AR when Luka was out, when we played in Sacramento, and he had 22 and 15. And if you telling me DeAndre Ayton is going to give me 22 and 15 or 20 and 10 every night, I can live with that. But I can't live with 10 and 6, which is what he gave us the first night against Golden State. 15 and 8 is a little bit better. 16 and 8 is a little bit better, but
I think he'll stay out around that range, 15 to 8 during the year.
I just don't know if that's gonna cut it. And then you're asking, you're asking Luka to essentially go back to who he was and what he was doing in Dallas and carrying your team, and he already has injured himself a little bit. You know what I'm saying? It's just a lot. So I think we'll be a play-in team. I don't know about a play-off team. I think if we make the play-in, we can make the playoffs. But I definitely think we're a play-in team and not a straight up playoff team. Hour and 3 minutes, man. Appreciate everybody for coming through. Ty, you got anything left?
Early finals predictions.
Oof. Early finals prediction. Do you have one? Is that why you asked? Because you can go first if you have one. I got to think.
I'm leaning towards a Warriors. A Warriors Cavs finals, which is oddly enough, no LeBron on this one, no Kyrie. But I do think the East is wide open. I also think that the Cavs, once they get Garland back, can kind of get back to what they looked like last year. And obviously, we know they lost in the playoffs to the Pacers. But the good thing for them, no Haliburton and no Jason Tatum. So that's two teams you probably would have had to win through to get there. Not there no more. Remains to be seen what Philly looks like, but they look good right now.
Mm-mm.
and Milwaukee has Giannis. So like outside of them, that's really their competition.
No New York.
But yeah,
No New York.
not sold. I'm really not sold. I think I just don't know if they have enough on the bench. I do like Clarkson there though. I do like Clarkson. I think that was a good signing for them. I just don't know if it's enough there consistently for them to be what they want to be. But outside of that, I'm gonna go back to the can't get that bitch. But back to the West because the Warriors, why I picked them, Steph and Jimmy, when they was on the court together, was in a row. Steph got hurt in the playoffs. They were never the same. We know they're not winning nothing without Steph. But if health's there, they are real competition for anybody in the West. And obviously, we know the Thunder still is the Thunder. The Rockets added KD, big move. No point guard for the Rockets, though. I think that's going
Yeah.
to impact them.
Yeah, they out there playing like it's 2K.
No cap.
They just went and
Man
put their
apart.
biggest lineup on the court and said, "We'll figure it out." I don't think
So
it
with
worked.
that, I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? There's a way for that finals to happen. But like I say, early predictions. Will I be wrong? Will I be right? We gonna find out eventually.
So I'm gonna take the Thunder and the Knicks. Because I liked what I saw out of the Knicks last year. I thought that, like you said, it wasn't enough on the bench, but here's the problem. I don't think that Tibbs trusted his bench enough.
Fair.
And I think that somebody made a really good point last year. They were saying, kind of the problem is that when you all of a sudden have to start using your bench in the playoffs that you haven't used all year, you showed those guys that you don't trust them, and then you just expect them to come in the playoffs and figure it out. It doesn't work like that. But I think they have learned their lesson, and they will be much better about that this year. And so they shouldn't be as burnt out come Western or Eastern Conference Finals. So give me the Knicks. I'm going back to back with the Thunder, not back to back, but I'm going with them back to the finals. The reason being, unlike in football, when somebody goes for 2K, i.e. Saquon, or you can go all the way back to like AP. Like when somebody in football has a historically great season, the likelihood is that they don't follow that up, whether it be because of the wear and tear that their body took, whether it be because of injury that arises post historically great season, whatever the case may be. It's just it always seems very difficult for a NFL player to follow up their historically great NFL season. In the NBA, it's always different. When somebody gets hot in the NBA, they are usually hot for a few years, i.e. Steph, i.e. LeBron, you go Kobe, you go, you know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, the way that I'm looking at Shea right now, he's just super locked in. And you give somebody like that a really good supporting cast, a really good team around them, and they become very, very difficult to stop. Now, here's where it's gonna be interesting. Can those young boys continue that great play with that supporting cast around him? I'm talking Chet, I'm talking iHeart, I'm talking Jay Will, Lou Dort, all of them young boys, Case and Wallace. Can they figure out how to get rid of that championship and be real contenders again for a second year in a row? I don't know. That is yet to be determined. But I like them because, like I was saying, when somebody gets hot in the NBA, it usually take a few seconds for them to cool off. And I don't know if they cool off this year. I think they might be just as good. So give me the Thunder back to the finals out of the West.
I'm not mad at it. Not
That's
mad at it. I
that's
just the only thing I say about them, I think repeating or at least getting back, not even like winning, getting back like 2 years in a row, it's the hardest thing ever. And I just don't know. Like they got the experience now, but like now it's like your first year went pretty unharmed, right? No injuries, no major injuries. This year you already started out J Dub.
well, Chet didn't play until Chet
That's
played
true
what the
too.
first few weeks of the season and then
The
didn't
third,
play again
yeah,
until
yeah.
February.
No,
So
that's real. That's true. I mean, it's gonna be interesting, like you say. They have all the talent in the world to get back, so I wouldn't be surprised if they do. We just gonna see things like health and all that kind of stuff, how that play out through over the year or over the course of the year. But I'm not mad at it at all. They definitely have more than enough to definitely repeat over there to get out the West or even win
sure.
the finals, but to just get out the West for sure.
For sure. My boy asked a question over here on the Instagram. Do you think Ayton could play better when Bron comes back?
Definitely.
I think he will play better when Bron comes back. Um, I definitely think he'll play better when Bron comes back. It'll still be interesting to see. It'll still be interesting. I'm just not sold on Ayton.
I need to see what LeBron gonna look like too.
Yeah. I mean, I think he'll still be Bron. He'll be Bron, but it'll be interesting to see how long his health stays up. The last comment over here was for you. He said Kuminga is playing his role right now with Golden State, so hopefully they can sustain that. Yeah, bro. I think Kuminga being paid is a happy guy. He's paid right now. Steve is kind of letting him figure it out right now. So as long as there's no run-ins, bumps, and mix-ups, Kuminga should be good. He should be fine.
Yeah, for sure. He is playing. He's probably been playing the way Steve Kerr wanted him to play since the beginning. But I won't lie. The benching him, not benching him, playing him, not playing him last year, Kuminga better than me.
Never good for somebody. Yeah.
Yeah, the play with the confidence is crazy. And like he didn't waver though. Even when the playoffs they asked him to come, he got out there and he hooped. So it was like respect to him because like a lot of people would have definitely, you know what I'm saying, sink or swim, and they would have synced for real. So respect to him. But if they can keep the camaraderie that they got going on right now, sky's the limit for the Warriors too.
Yeah. So appreciate y'all, man, for coming. We got to an hour and 13 minutes. GRG first episode back, man. We'll be back Friday.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do. I'm here.
I'll be here. We'll be back Friday, 8 o'clock for y'all, man. Appreciate everybody for popping out. Appreciate you, CG, for getting in the chat, keeping the show alive, man. We appreciate that. Y'all be good, man. We'll be back Friday. We'll catch y'all again.